What is it that I can do to my output for me to get the output value that you are given? Like for example, let's say input is what? Input is 1 and output is 2. Ne? You're gonna ask yourself, what is it that I can what is it that I can add or multiply or divide or minus the input value with for me to get what? To get 2. What can I do to 1 for it to become 2? Right? So then you're gonna have to get your rule from there. Yeah? Okay. Are you able to see the screen, Manaya?
No, ma'am.
Even now? Okay, let me try to rotate that.
Now I
Maybe
can see them.
okay. So they say thinking backwards and forwards, right? Thinking backwards and forwards. Doing and undoing what has been done, right? Copy the flow or copy and complete the flow diagram on the right by finding output values. Finding output values, copy and complete the following tables, all right? So we have what? We have input values of -3. I'm referring to this one now. This one over here. Done. Um, I'm referring to this one over here, okay? So we have input values of -3, input of -2, input of 0, input of 5, input of 17. Ne? Do you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And so the first one here says -3, -2, being the second one, 0, 5, and 17. And then all of those you're going to multiply by 2, ne? To get what? To get the output values, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So the first one being -3 multiplied by 2, we got -6. And then -2 multiplied by +2. Remember, it's positive. Is equal to what? How much is it? How much is it? Manahil?
Ma'am, I can't find my calculator.
You can't find for this one you can use your head to calculate. Don't calculate with a calculator, all right? Um, so -2 multiplied by 2 is going to be 4 because 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, and then it's negative multiplied by positive. So that means we're going to have a -4. Remember, we said negative multiplied by positive is equal to negative, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. So it's going to be 4. Oh no, my sailor. Okay, let me just do this. And then we have 0 and 0 multiplied by 2. How much do you think that's gonna be?
0.
0. And why are we saying 0 multiplied by 2 is 0? Why is it not 2?
It's because anything times by 2 equals 0. Times
Anything
by 0 equals 2.
multiplied Manahil? Um, yes, anything multiplied by 0 is equal to 2. All right.
Yes.
And we have 5. 5 multiplied by 2. How much is it?
10.
10. It's positive, ne? Because I'm happy that you said because positive multiplied by positive is positive, right? And then we have 17. What is 17 multiplied by 17? I mean, sorry, multiplied by 2.
35.
35. 35?
Yes. It's 35, ma'am.
35. 35.
Ma'am, it's 24.
34. Who's it now? Is that you, Manahil?
No, ma'am.
Who is it? Is it Katleho?
Yes, ma'am, it's me.
Okay. Um, so Manahil, are you still saying it's 35? How did you
No,
multiply?
34.
Manahil?
Yes, ma'am, it's 34.
34. Yes, the answer is 34. So Katleo, I was having a little chat with Manahil over here because I think it's the first time you're attending, isn't it? Or maybe first time you are in my class. Have you ever attended before? Is this your first time? Katleho, Katleho. Is it Katleho or Katleho? Okay, I think she's out. Okay, no problem. So these are the output values. Output values. Manahil and Katleho, if she's still in here. These are the outputs that we have for input values of -3, -2, 0, 5, and 17 when the rule is multiplied by 2. Do you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's how you say it. And then let's go to number 2. Number 2, they say copy, complete the following table. Oh, we actually did this one before we can do this. Okay, so let's see. Then we have x being equal to -3, -2, 0, 5, and 7. So it's x, meaning it's gonna be the very same thing because remember in the first one we were multiplying it by 2. So that means we're gonna do the same thing here, right? Because the rule is still the same, it's 2x. 2 multiplied by x. The x values are also the same. So that means whatever you get here, whatever you find here for these values, its input values is going to be the same as output values for this one because it's one and same thing, right? Let's move to number 3. Number 3 says evaluate for x if x is equal to -7, all right? Evaluate if x is equal to -7 for A. So that means where you see um where you see x, you're going to replace it with -7. So basically, it's going to be 4 multiply it by -7, right? Okay. Manahil, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
What is
Yes,
uh,
ma'am.
uh I said we're going to replace x with -7. So basically we're going to say 4 multiplied by -7, because when you see something like this, yeah. Sorry, where's my pad? I'm like that. Hey. Okay, let me just use my favorite color. Um, let's see. We are evaluating. So they say evaluate 4x, and then they say x is equal to -7. So when you see something like this, w- what you should think of when x is equal to -7, they want to know what's going to be the value of 4x. 4 into -7. 4 multiplied by -7, right? So you shouldn't panic when you see something like this if they don't like further ask you like a direct question, because this is like kind of indirect. When you're looking at it, you may be confused. So you're just going to replace the x with the -7. So it's going to be 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 14 is 28. So that means it's going to be 28, but it's going to be negative because we will be multiplying a +4 with a -7, which will be a -28, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Um, okay, so we're going to have 28, -28 like that. But I'm not liking this, eh? Let me try to done. Let me do this now. I'll just have to, yeah, because it's not writing like I need. Uh, yes, I'll just try to wrap them. Yes, this is going to be much better. Okay. Um. Okay. Where is it? Okay. So for here we got how much? We got -27. But what's happening? No. 28, -28, right? Like that. But it's still not the way I wanted, hey? What do we do in this case, Manahil? Because it's not writing how I want it to. Hey, okay, maybe this one is gonna be much better. It's equal to, yes, -28. Okay. And then let's go to B, right? Manahil, are you still with me?
Yes.
Right? Let's go to B. So they say B x is equal to 10. Uh-huh.
We we multiply 4x by 10.
We multiply 4 with 10, not 4x, just 4, ne? Because the
Yes.
x is, so if the x is equal to 10, that means we're no longer gonna have x in our equation or answer, because we have the x value, which is 10 in this case. So that means where you see 10, where you see x, you're gonna put 10 instead.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 multiplied by 10 equals 14.
4 multiplied by 10 equals to 4, and that is absolutely correct, Manahil. And here comes our favorite friend over here. um who doesn't bother anyone. So it's evaluate 4x if x is equal to 0. If x is equal to 0, how much is going to be that?
Ma'am, you multiply the 4 by 0 and that will give you 0.
Perfect. That will be 0. The reason would be because when you multiply number with 0, it's equal to 0. But not just any number, but everything in general. When you multiply it with 0, uh, you're gonna get 0. Even Manahil multiplied by 0 is going to be 0, right?
Yes.
And yes, yes, yes. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a number multiplied by 0. If anything multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. Okay. Let's see. Do you have any questions for me so far, or I'm still good? Are we
I'm good,
still
ma'am.
great? Perfect. And then let's go to 4. 4 says copy and complete the flow diagram on the right by finding the input values. Remember when we started, they were saying something about forward and backwards. So this time around, we're going to be thinking backwards, right? Um, how do you think we're going to find the first input value that is going
Ma'am,
to
we're
be
going to divide the 4 by the rule by the output. 4 divided by 4 equals 1.
4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. Okay. Um, okay. And then for the second one,
1 4 divided by 12 equals 3.
4 divided by 12. So you're taking the output and you divide it by the rule.
Yes, ma'am, 12 divided by 4.
12 divided by 4, you said is equal to 3. Then for the third one,
28 divided by 4 equals 7.
6.
32 divided by 4 equals 8.
Okay.
And the last one is going to be 10 because 40 divided by 4 equals 10.
Perfect, Manahil. It's a pity I have my hand on the phone, the other one, so I cannot clap for you, but you did very well for this. This is absolutely correct. So basically, we take the output and you divide it by the rule in this case, right? And let's see, I have a note over here. They say Puleng put another integer into the flow diagram and got a negative 68 as an answer. So that means a negative 68 was the answer here for pulling a wing over here, right? And then they say, which integer did she put in? Show your calculation. Basically, they just want the input that's supposed to be here. That's going to be multiplied by -4, sorry, by +4 to get a negative 68.
Ma'am, you divide the negative 68 by the positive 4 and you get 17. Positive 17.
Positive.
17.
Why are we having positive when our final answer here for bullying is negative? Negative 68. What is going to be a positive multiplied by positive? Isn't it gonna be
What
a
is it?
isn't it gonna be a positive?
Yes.
Okay. So we
It's negative 17.
perfect. So I'm just not sure. Do you use a calculator for this? Negative 17. Did you use a
Yes,
calculator?
ma'am.
Okay. All right, all right, all right. So basically 17 plus 17 is 34. 34 plus 34 is 68. So perfect. It is indeed a 68, right? Perfect.
Yes.
And let's say explain how you work to find the input numbers where you did 4A. You already explained this because you said you are dividing the output with the input to get what? To get sorry, you're dividing the output with the rule to get an input. Yeah. So there's no need for that because we already did that. Fine. Let's go to five. So five says copy and complete the following table. We have X and we also have 5X. So 5X is the rule. No, 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 no. That's not the rule, but that's the output. And then the X is what? The X is what we're going to be multiplying with 5 to get what? To get this output values. What is the rule? X is the rule, 5X is the output, right? Sorry. Um, so now we have 5 multiplied by X is equal to 5. What is the X value? What is the input?
5 divided by 5 equals 1.
5 divided by 5, perfect. 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1.
5 divided by 15 equals 3.
5 divided by 3, sorry, 5.
15 divided by 5.
Perfect. Yes, yes, that's what I wanted to highlight. 15 divided by 5 is equal to the other way. It's okay. Because you know what you mean, and that's the important part, right? That's the most important part. Right. Let's see, we're going to have 3 over and then um 5x is equal to 25. 5x is equal to 25. What is the x value? What is the x
5.
value? It's 5. How did you get 5?
25 divided by 5.
25 divided by 5. 5. Okay. We have we have 5x ne, is equal to 40. 5x
9. The
9
40 divided by 5
is
equals 9.
9, perfect. And then we have 5x is equal to 90. 5x is equal to 90.
18.
18.
Yes.
So 18 multiplied by 5 is equal to 90. Is it?
Yes.
Is it? Okay. What is 18 plus 18?
36.
36 plus 36.
51.
72. 36 plus 36. So it's 72. 72 plus 18 is going to be 80, 90. Yes, it is 90. Perfect. Perfect. And then we have B over here. They say copy and complete the following diagrams. Copy and complete the following diagrams. And then we have 5 divided by 5. We can get our answer. And then the output, sorry. 15 divided by 5 to get the output. 25 divided by 5 to get the output. 40 divided by 5. Output 90 divided by 5. Output, right? What is going to be our first output? What is going to be our first
1.
one?
Yes, 5 divided by 5 equals 1.
What?
5 divided by 5 equals 1.
Perfect. 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. Okay. And then for the second one, when our input is equal to 15,
3.
is equal to 1, and then you said 3. And then 25 divided by 5,
5.
5. And then we have 40 divided by 5,
9.
9. Perfect. And then 80 divided by 5,
18.
18. Okay. Um, 5, 8. Guess because it's going to be 45. So it's 8 here now. And then
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you go this side, it looks like it's an inverse of what we just did now. Yeah, so we have 1, 8, and 18. Everything is going to multiply it by 5 to get their output values. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
What's gonna be the x value? And for the output value, the y. What
The
value?
uh
Mm-hmm.
the, the first one is 5. Second one is 15. The one that 8 times 5 equals 40. 18 times 5 equals 90.
Mm-hmm. And then this one is going to be 5. And then they say explain how you completed that. How you completed that. How did you complete that?
I we multiply the input by the process.
When you multiply,
Yes.
okay. Remember we had two, right? So we had one where we were multiplying, and then we had one where we were dividing. So when they want you to provide a reason, you need to make sure that you include both of them, okay? You need to ensure that you include both of them, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what's gonna be the last reason? Because you said we are multiplying, but I want the reason for when we are adding. I'm sorry, when we are dividing, because we had to divide by 5, and again we had to multiply by 5. Katleho,
Ma'am,
are
I
you
don't know.
with us? Katleho, the hand is up. Katleho, what's the rule? Nowhere to be found. Okay. No problem. Thank you, Manahil. Let me try to reshare my screen. My phone seems like, oh, network. Okay, no problem. Um, Let me try to reshare my screen again. Let's see what happens. What happens? Okay. We have, let's see. We are continuing with this. This is solve the equation by using the following additive and multiplicative inverses. All right. Check your answers. Okay, the first one here is x plus 10 is equal to 0. What is the first thing that you're gonna do? You are solving the equation. That means you are solving for x because it looks like it's just x here. So we are solving for x. The solver x. Um, Manahil, we have x plus 10 is equal to 0. What's gonna be our first step from here? Going
10 minus 0.
10 minus 0. Um, I'm just gonna write 10 minus 0 like this. 10 minus 0. Sorry, let me write straight there. Yes. Uh-huh. 10 minus 0.
Equals 10.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
X equals 10.
X equals 10. So x is not going to be equal to 10, right? Because remember we said um when you are solving for equation and you have x or any letter, like any variable, you're going to make sure that your variable is on one side and the numbers are on one side, right? So that means you can either choose to do what? To move the variables or to move the numbers. And it's always advisable to keep the the variables on the left side, right? On the positive side, on the side where they are positive, so you don't have to multiply it by negative at the end when you find your final answer, right? So it's always advisable to keep your variables where they are in the side where they are positive. So if you look here, Manahil, the x is on the left side of the equation and is already positive. So what I'm trying to say is it's advisable to keep it on the left side because it's already positive on that side. So that means whatever that we do, the final answer will remain like that. There won't be a need for us to multiply the inverse for us to get the value because remember, if we move it to the other side, that means it will be a negative x. That means at the end, we will have to multiply everything with -1 because we want to get rid of the negative that is next to the x because we want to get the value of x, not the value of -x, right? So in this case, I said, I'm going to say it again. We're going to keep the x on the left side because that's where it's positive, right? So we have x is equal to, that means we're going to move this 10 on to the right, sorry. When it crosses an equal sign, I always sing this song. When it crosses or when it jumps an equal sign, it's going to be the inverse of it. So it's going to change the sign. If it's positive, that means it's going to be negative. If it's negative, then it's going to become a positive. Are we still together? Do you remember that? And then we're going to have minus 10 because on this side is good. It was what? It was positive. In case you want to bring it back to the other side, if you're taking it, it crosses an equal sign, it's going to change its sign. If it's positive, it's going to become a negative. If it's negative, it's going to become a positive. So this one is negative 10. And if I want to take it back to where it comes from, that means it's going to be positive because we said when it crosses an equal sign, it's going to change its initiate sign. So if it's positive, then it's going to be a negative. If it's negative, then it's going to become a positive. So this is negative. That means it's going to be plus 10, which is equal to 0. And it's the same as this one that we had initially. So that means we are correct. So you see, this is very much important, right? So I'm just gonna try to get rid of this oh, yeah, wait. Yeah, so we have x is equal to 0 minus 10 is equal to minus 10. So that means x is equal to negative 10. And in case you want to prove your answer, Manahil, if it's correct, this is what you're going to do now. This is what you're going to do. If you want to prove if your answer is correct, you're going to uh, go to the initial thingy over here and say, because my answer is 1, my answer is of my x value is equal to negative 10. You're going to say negative 10, where you see where you see x, you're going to replace it negative 10 in bracket plus 10 is equal to 0. So negative 10 plus 10 is equal to 0. Indeed, 10 minus 10 is 0, right? So that means our answer is correct. Definitely correct. Happy?
Yes, ma'am.
And then let's see, we have number 2. Number 2, we're gonna do the very same thing. What do you think we're gonna do? And remember, when you have an expression with a lot of things, remember to go step by step. Don't take everything all at once to the other side, right? Work with small portions, right? And what is the first step that we're going to take here, Manahil?
Um, we divide the 2x by the 2x and the 1 by the 2.
We divide.
We divide the the 2 by the 2, which is equals to x, and x equals to half.
Oh, you are on number 3. I was so surprised. Okay, so you're saying we're going to divide what? We're going to divide the 2 with that and the 1 with that. So this will cancel that x is going to be equal to 1 out of 2 half. Perfect. That's great. Now let's do number 2. Number 2.
You you divide you add the 49 plus 2 and you divide.
Tell me, what is it?
Um 51.
But what did I say about this? Like, what did I say? What do you remember me saying?
Do the inverse.
I said when we are required to solve an equation and it does not have the exponents, the first thing that you want to do is to group them numbers to numbers, um, numbers to numbers and variables to variables. So you're going to try to keep variables on one side. So that means anything that has x, y, if it's y values, um, I'm sorry, if it's y variables, you're going to group them together. If it's z, z, b, b, t, t, whatever variable that you'd be having, right? So that is the most important part. You make sure that the letters are one side and the numbers are one side, because you can add numbers together, but you can never add numbers, just numbers, natural numbers with what? With numbers with variables, or add them with variables, right? You can never add 2 and x together. You won't get a answer for that. So what I'm trying to say is you can never say x plus 2 is equal to 2x. X plus 2 is equal to x plus 2, or 2 plus x, right? Because they can never be added together. It's like water and oil. If you put water in a cup, a cold water in a cup, and oil, they will never mix, right? You can easily see where's oil and then where's water, right? If you were to isolate that, right? So this is the kind of situation that we are having at this moment. So what you need to do now, you need to take the 2 to the other side, which will change the sign. It's a positive, so that means when it goes to the other side of the equation, sorry, on the other side of the equal sign, yes, it's going to be. If it's positive on the left, what is it going to be on the right? Manahil?
Sorry, ma'am. The variables.
So the 2, you're going to take it to the other side. When you take it to the other side, what is it going to be now?
A negative.
So it's going to be 100 minus 2, which is going to be how much? Well, it's 100 minus 2.
98.
98. So that means 49x is equal to 98. Then we can divide everything with 49 to get rid of the 49 close to the x, which is going to be how much? Is going to be x is equal to 98 divided by 49. How much is that?
98 divided by 49.
Yes.
2.
Perfect. So the answer is 2. That would be the final answer. Now do number 4 quickly before we end the lesson. I think we have a minute or so.
We we reverse. We say 20 minus plus 11, which equals to 31, and then 31
Wait, we say
divided 20 plus 11 equals
why
31.
why are we having 20 plus 11? Which root?
It's because the equals is on the right, left.
So you're moving the 11 to the other side. You're moving
Yes,
it
ma'am.
11 to the other side. What is it going to be?
31.
You are moving in a positive. When you move it to the other side, what is it going to be?
A positive.
When you move a positive from the other side of the equal sign to the other side of the equal sign, What is it?
A negative?
Yes, it's a negative. So that means it's going to be 20 minus 11, right?
Yes.
So when you move a number from the other side of the equal sign to the other side of the equal sign, whether it's moving from right to left or left to right, it will remain, the rule will remain like that. It's going to be the opposite of what it was from the other side. So if it's positive, then it's going to be a negative. If it's a negative, then it's going to be a positive. I think we should have a song, eh? Um, then that way we will always remember, ne? And then that means we're gonna have 20 minus 11, which is going to be 9, right? So 9 is equal to negative 9x. Then we can divide both sides with negative 9 to get what? To get rid of the 9 that you see that is close to the x, the negative 9, rather. Then we're going to have negative 1 because the other 9 doesn't have a negative, it's a positive. So a positive divided by negative, it's negative. So that means positive 9 divided by negative 9 is going to be negative 1. So the x value is equal to negative 1. Happy?
Yes.
Okay. I think we are out of time. I think we are out of time. Um, wait, where is this? Yeah. Okay, I think we are out of time. Unless if you have any question. Do you have any questions for me quickly? Let's see.
No, ma'am.
Question. Kateho, any question from your side? Are we happy? Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you guys for engaging. It was actually lovely to have you guys here today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. See you on Monday. Bye, guys. Yeah.
Bye, ma'am. Enjoy your
Bye, ma'am.
weekend.
Thank you. Bye.